Alright, so today, guys, we're gonna be watching What Happened to Vivio. Chat, now, growing up, I remember Vivio, chat. I'm not gonna lie, I remember Vivio. That shit has every music page ever. Every song had at least Vivio on YouTube on this shit. I thought it was a musical thing, bro. So, clearly they disappeared. So, let's react. You feel me? Let's watch it, motherfucker. Let's see why.
It seems like just yesterday, every single musician had Vivo in their YouTube channel name.
Vivo. I said Vivio. Holy shit, I'm... Alright, man. Lock.
In the bottom left of their videos, and there were even YouTubers putting Vivo on their diss tracks because it made them look more official. But this has left people with a few questions like, what even is Vivo? Why was their name on every single YouTube video? And whatever happened to it? Well, it turns out that Vivo was a big scheme cooked up by the music industry that eventually failed. So to understand that, we gotta go back to Vivo's inception. Vivo was created back in 2008, when the music industry was recovering from quite a few problems. See, back in the day, music videos used to be aired on TV, on platforms like MTV, NBC, and more. This way, the producers and artists could get money directly from the networks and their advertisers. But then the internet came in and disrupted everything. CDs and records were being replaced by illegal file-sharing services like Napster and LimeWire. Because why would you buy something when you can just get it for free? So as you may know, this made the music industry not very profitable. Things like Spotify and iTunes were just coming out, so the industry hadn't really figured out how to make money. That's why they came together and created Vivo. Universal Music Group and Sony Music Entertainment both got together in an evil corporate fashion and created Video Evolution, or Vivo for short. If those names sound familiar, that's because UMG and Sony are two of the big three record labels, which means that these three labels own pretty much every other smaller label. They thought that by creating Vivo, they could find a way to monetize music videos, and they did.
What we're trying to do is quite simple, which is to provide a high quality, premium music and video experience to as many people as possible in as many places as possible. So on any television, on any computer, on any phone, on any connected digital platform. So it's like we want to provide the highest quality, premium music and video
I'm following, chat.
So we do that today with our partner YouTube. So about 70% of music videos worldwide are consumed and discovered and viewed through YouTube. So what Vivo does is provide that experience inside of YouTube with the world's largest music companies.
The issue, though, was that YouTube was only monetizing like 3% of their videos at the time, while platforms like Hulu had ads on all of their stuff. But YouTube had been working with these record labels and wanted to keep music videos on their platform because that was one of their biggest sources of views. So YouTube and Vivo came to an agreement. Universal, and eventually some of the other labels I mentioned, would put their music videos on YouTube and Vivo would distribute them. Google hosted them on YouTube and Vivo's website as well. So Vivo was also in charge of selling ads to advertisers. Most ads on YouTube videos, like the one you're watching right now, are sold programmatically, where advertisers bid on a certain type of demographic, like specifically targeting which country they are from or what age group they belong to. This is very common, I'm sure most of you understand that.
A lot of
Vivo
stuff I
instead
don't
would
know
sell
about,
specific slots to advertisers, which makes a bit more sense because you can imagine that appearing in front of a Drake video is more attention than throwing your ad on a Matty Balls video, for example. It's kind of like how advertisers kill to be in the Super Bowl. I'm sure they've had quite a few bidding wars over Taylor Swift's music videos. Not because they're good, but because she gets a lot of views. Also on long videos like interviews and things like that, they can sell slots.
The more the video, like the more views, the more
for ads during the video as well. This way Vivo is able to make quite a bit more money from YouTube ads than your everyday YouTuber. So with all of that sorted out, Vivo got like $300 million in investment money, and they were preparing to launch. They acquired some other labels as distribution partners, furthering the music video monopoly, and then they were ready to launch. Vivo launched on December 8th of 2009.
Oh, it launched its own service? Nigga, I was a baby. Finally, after a year of working on the service, Vivo was unveiled to the public on December 8th, 2009, and launched and featured 30,000 videos from the world's most well-known artists. I know Drake was part of it, guys. Just want to put that out there.
30,000 videos on their website from huge artists like Eminem, Lil Wayne, Michael Jackson, Lady Gaga, Kesha, Miley Cyrus, and many more.
Y'all see who was second though, right? The GOAT of all time. Lil Wayne, nigga. Michael Jackson didn't even live to see that, by the way.
Flash on launch, and in the first month got over 35 million views. Apparently,
What if you could
I was
taste
part
the
of like
movies?
ads.
We turned that
my
idea into an
God,
11 point-
ads. All right, we back. Hold on, wait. Look at that. That's Lil Wayne, bro. Wayne
Launch,
must
and
have
in
been
the
big.
first month got over 35 million views. Apparently they had already surpassed other websites like AOL Music, MySpace Music,
Damn.
MTV, Warner Music, and more. I was 7 when all of this was going down, so
Damn.
hearing about MySpace Music is new to
This
me,
nigga old
pretty
as
interesting.
hell.
Regardless, Vivo was going crazy, launching in different markets internationally like European countries, Mexico, and more. They even got the other big 3 record label, Warner, to sign with them as a content
Who's Warner?
distribution partner. And they were also distributing videos on MTV.com, which was a whole lot
So
cooler
much shit
back
to the
then.
music
At
shit,
this
bro. All
time,
these
Vivo was
labels.
getting most
And
of
when
its
you sign a
views,
fucked up nigga
80% to be exact, from YouTube. Because Vivo was a conglomerate of pretty much every big record label and small one, and they distributed these videos to YouTube, that's why every artist had their own
I
Vivo
love you,
page,
Eminem.
like
Eminem,
Eminem Vivo
man.
or Rihanna Vivo. That's also why pretty much every music video in the early 2010s and even up until this day
Damn.
have Vivo in the bottom left corner, or
Hell
right,
yeah.
I can't remember. But that still leaves us with one question.
It's
What
left.
happened to Vivo, and why did I say they failed earlier? Well, they had a problem. Vivo wasn't making that much money as an actual company. Most of the money was going to YouTube and then to the record labels, leaving Vivo to pick up the scraps. Apparently, Vivo was also very expensive to
damn.
run because of everything I mentioned.
That nigga is huge, chat.
So pretty early on into the company's life, they tried to find a buyer for $1 billion, which didn't really work out. So Vivo had to come up with some other ways to make money. First, they started making other types of content on YouTube and their own website, like interviews, live stream concerts, and things along those lines. Although that content was never super successful. Then they released an app to watch music videos on your phone, and when it first launched, it was actually very successful. By early 2011, they were bigger than Facebook and right behind YouTube for video viewed content. By the end of 2011,
That nigga
Vivo
walk
was
like that
getting
for
over
that.
3.7 billion views a month.
God
They had over 13 million
damn.
downloads of their app, and they had made over 150 bucks, and they had made over 150 million dollars in revenue. But like I said, most of this money was going
Yo,
to
it's gonna be
YouTube
three?
and the labels, not to Vivo. And because they didn't want to rely so much on
V2.
YouTube, they tried to diversify. They created something called Vivo TV that was supposed to be like Hulu, and they were also on apps like Roku, Apple TV, and more. It's likely that they were
That shit was
eventually
low-key
plotting to
almost
become
smart,
something
though.
like Hulu for music videos, where they wanted people to pay a monthly subscription to watch these music videos.
And so we
I
think
don't know about
there's
that,
that
man.
one of the important
Monthly
things,
for
and we
you
hear
for
this
a
throughout
music
the
video is
industry,
crazy.
That the move towards subscription,
Shit don't even
a-
be adding
a
up with the
more
words
premium
sometimes.
product,
Y'all
that's something
niggas seen
we're
all
very
like
interested
bling.
in.
Why was drinking that fucking box, bro?
very much,
that?
Working towards.
What is, that's a subscription
Yeah, it was.
service, or does the whole thing go behind a paywall? Do I
No,
have to pay to watch Katy
No, we
Perry?
believe in a dual revenue stream.
This was a rumor for a while, but after consumers have had music
Lil
videos
Wayne.
for free for so long, it's very unlikely that would have ever happened. Regardless, for a
don't
while,
work.
like I just said, their diversification
YouTube
was
is free.
working, but it didn't
Why
last
niggas be
long
following
because in
fans up?
2018,
It's free.
everything came crashing down for Vivo.
When?
Vivo had a few
20
controversies
what
that
year,
really
chat?
hurt
Ah,
teen.
damn, yeah.
Everything came
2013.
crashing down for Vivo. Vivo had a few controversies that really hurt the company. And I'm not talking
you
about
doing,
the
bro? How you
time
doing,
some
V3, bro?
executives were ironically caught watching pirated content, or when they were trying to work with Facebook to get people's info for targeted videos. The main issue they had was in 2018 when they found themselves in the crosshairs of some hackers from the group Rmine. First, the hackers got into
Damn.
Vivo's servers and
Hackers
released
is some of
3
the crazy
terabytes
shit,
of their
bro. Hackers
documents
make
and
games
videos.
get delayed
Then they got
too,
hacked again.
Fucking
This
hate
time,
hackers.
2 hackers named Karoy SH and ProSox got into Vivo's YouTube channel. When
Good,
they got
man, we'll
in,
let
they
you just go back
deleted
on fire, bro.
Despacito,
Bro, I
which
wanna
is the
go,
most viewed
chat. I
Vivo
wanna
video
go
on
bad.
YouTube.
I'ma stream
And they
it.
also renamed a ton of the videos as well, changed some thumbnails,
Good,
and apparently
bro.
this
Doing
was
good,
some
doing
sort
good,
of
doing good,
pro-Palestine
doing good. I'm
protest. I'm not sure how much these hacks really affected Vivo, but it seems like everything started crumbling
trying to, you
after
know,
this
get some
happened.
reaction
The
on it,
CEO
you know?
stepped down,
Right.
a bunch of important
Don't quit.
executives left, and they had to lay off dozens of employees. At the same time, Vivo was really struggling to compete with YouTube. It seemed like them putting their content on other websites or making their own website was a way to distance themselves from YouTube, so that way they didn't have to pay all of their revenue to YouTube. But that clearly didn't work, as YouTube is still the #1 site when it comes to
Yeah,
watching
yeah.
music videos.
Yeah, yeah.
Plus, the same year, YouTube just launched YouTube Music, so Vivo never became the Hulu or
Damn.
the Netflix of
Kick
music
this
videos.
ass.
this. Instead, Vivo decided to wave the white flag. Vivo decided to shut down all of their other operations and just merge with YouTube to become a regular distributor. YouTube merged the Vivo accounts with the artist's official accounts to consolidate everything. So if you were subscribed to a Vivo account, your subscription would be switched over to the official artist account. YouTube said, Vivo's reach and business can continue to grow on YouTube as a direct result of simplifying the user experience through consolidation of an entire artist catalog into
I read
one
that shit
channel,
5
where
times.
Vivo
Nigga, read
videos
slow,
are
chat.
featured prominently. So basically like Agario, YouTube just ate up Vivo.
Fuck the boom.
This is probably why it feels like you don't see the Vivo branding as much. I mean, we're all probably used to seeing the Vivo
Damn.
logo in
Yeah,
videos,
yeah.
so we don't notice it very often, but it is still there. It's just that the channels don't have Vivo in their name anymore. And Vivo is still pretty successful after the merge with YouTube, as they have over 500,000 music videos that get over 26 billion views a month. You can still go to
Damn.
Vivo's website
I was a
and
carnivore,
check out
bro.
their content and their artists, but it always redirects you to YouTube. They also still host their videos on Pluto
I saw
TV
the
and
messages,
Roku,
bro.
but
I'm
let's
gonna show
be
you real
honest,
quick.
no one's going there to watch music videos. Like Medium.com said, without assassinating YouTube, there really wasn't enough room for both of them to coexist. The consumer isn't ever going to go to a second location for the same product they can
No,
get at the
man.
first.
We
So
don't
just
play,
because
bro.
it looks
That
like
nigga
they
look
aren't
like
there,
for real.
Vivo is still there operating in the shadows. However, their plans to take over the internet as the go-to music video
there with
service
us?
failed. Like Jordan
Damn.
Fraser said, Vivo isn't dead, it has regressed to the bottom of the video screen. It exists today as branding you'll continue to see on most music videos. It also exists as a reminder that the entire music industry is run by only a few people in expensive suits. If you like this video, you may like my video about some of the worst marketing attempts in the music industry, as many of these Vivo era artists came up with some really dumb ways to promote their music. So make sure to click the video on screen right now.
We're gonna
Same
watch
old
that.
phone?
But W fucking video. W fucking video. W fucking video. Hey there. So glad you liked the video. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, and you can click this video crazy. You can click this video wherever it's at. Go ahead. Come on. You don't got all day. Go ahead. It's up in the corner. All right. Thank you. Bro, click the video. This is what I don't understand. I don't understand why they keep doing this.